Hello friends, welcome back for some more Old World. And we're playing as Roma. I'm jumping right back in, I haven't taken a break at all, because I'm too excited to be playing this game and I really want to see some later game or even some middle game. So I'm kind of interested to seeing where this is going. I left off here, so we'll just hit... If I sit here, you know, nothing else is going to happen. If I just want the game to end, or the turn to end, I have to click here. I think another thing I can do is just do that. Yeah, okay. That just skips their turn. So let's see what kind of pain they're going to be bringing. It looks like this might be a bad idea. They're going to hit me for 4, and then they're going to hit me for 2. So that's 6. And at the moment I only have 14. So maybe I could get hit a couple times. But they also have critical hits, which is scary. But I don't know if Barbarians will have that. Oof, they're still attacking. Okay. Prince Remus has reflected on his recent experiences and absorbed many important lessons. He's getting smarter, but I don't know if that's a good thing, because honestly, he wants to kill me. Political prisoner. Our scouts encounter a party of Babylonian soldiers whipping a man bound by his wrists and ankles. The warriors accuse the man of inciting rebellion, of stalking members of the royal family, and attempting to infiltrate the treasury. However, the victim insists he is innocent. So we can either move along, fight them for possession of the prisoner, or convince the Babylonians to release him into your custody. This requires that Romulus is courageous, I guess. Well, maybe we could get something good out of that. I don't... like it. Maybe he did get some information, and maybe we can get something good out of it. Let's use that. Interesting. So we picked up a courtier. Becomes a deal maker. No, he's a schemer. Oh, I became a deal maker. So Aulus joins the court. Okay. Something else that this game brings that others don't is we can go for these boosts. So every time, let's pull up the tree real quick. Whoops, not that. Every time we take on a new, well, not every time, stone cutting. So because we started off with stone cutting, we get forts, quarries, and this stone boost. So this card gets added to the deck, and we can choose that instead of a technology. So we could go for administration, military drills, which would give us rally the troops and barracks, forestry. In 14 years, I don't think I'm going to go for that. No. Though they want me to. Administration again. Or stone boost will just give us flat 200 stone in 3 years. It's quicker. It'll give us some resource. The problem is if I don't take this, it's gone. If you ever discard a boost card, one of these gold rare cards, it'll never come back again. 200 stone for 3 years. I feel like it might be a good thing to grab, because we are not going to be making stone for quite some time. Or at least we're not going to be making a lot of stone for some time. So I'm going to be taking that instead. Forestry, I would love to grab forestry. I don't even think I've ever taken forestry. Just to show how deep in the game I've gone. But I'm going to take this. We can come back to this later. 14 years, I've got some time to pick that up. Yeah, I think that's better. So, we want to found our next city. And I think this is a good place. We'll have 1, to 3 hexes adjacent to mountains, which will help quarries. I mean, it's not great. And they're also arid too, which will help out. So we'll take them and maybe try to... looks like we'll be able to, once we own these river or ocean hexes, we'll be able to go over here without a ship. Maybe grab some territory down here. Yep. So who do we want to put in here? I said before in the previous episode that we can only have 3. So at the moment, let's see here. The Valerius patrons already have a city. If we were to choose Claudius landowners, it says max families 1 of 3. So one of these families is not going to be joining us. We get to choose which one that's going to be. And they're not part of the game later. They're just gone forever. So we get to choose the 3 that we want, and we get to take care of. The 4th one just gets deleted. So another layer of strategy. Which one do we don't want? Julius seems like a good one because of the orders. We'll gain more orders for all the cities that they have. And we will also gain more civics. We'll gain 400 civics immediately. The landowners, units can buy tiles adjacent to city territory if the colony's law is active. So I assume that maybe we can do that from here. This is the family seat, by the way, so only the family seat can buy tiles. Only Fabius champions will gain 25% for training. So the family seat is only their first city founded under that family. But we don't want Valerius to have another one immediately because it's going to piss them off a little bit. So we want it to be a new one. I think Claudius. Let's go Claudius because it says minus 50% royal specialist production time, and I feel like we're going to be wanting to put some specialists here for quarries pretty quickly. That's going to help out quite a bit for production towards getting those. Crop resource. Well, we have some citrus there. We don't have a whole lot of crops, do they? Well, there's some citrus over here too. But let's go for this one. The landowners. We'll keep them in the game. Romulus the settler. Urban yields. Yes, yes. Okay, so this actually just ends out here. This is kind of a tiny peninsula, but we get to see across it. What is this guy doing? I was wondering why it went out here. This is one of Babylonian scouts. What are they doing? I hope this isn't actually connected to something. It looks like it isn't. I don't know. I can't trust that though. Okay, back to over here. This is going to be pretty tough. I can attack now, and then I get one more attack. They're going to be attacking twice. They're going to be attacking. This is either going to cut too close, or it's going to be really good. I'm going to make this attack, because we're not going to die again. Stay right there. Please don't, like, maybe make that attack. That would be great. We get to build something here immediately, and then we have another warrior on the way. So if we do lose this one, we'll be able to come down and pick it up where we left off. Hispalis. Maybe we go for another warrior or slinger this time. But I'm thinking worker. We have 3 citizens here. But these don't cost citizens. Maybe we go for one of these because we don't we don't need to increase our growth right away. That might be a good thing to think about here. Another worker. Let's grab a worker. Ah, you know what? Let's grab a settler. Let's do settler first. That way maybe we can focus on expanding really quickly. As soon as we settle, we build a settler so that we can expand faster. I think I'm going to go for it like that. At least for now. Yep, already talked about that. Stay right there. So that's the end of year 7. 3 more years here, 5 years left there, 8 years for that. 3 years for the stone boost. Let's go. Ugh. Okay, so tutorial ambition. We get to choose. This is talking about ambitions. If we do 10 ambitions, then we win the game. That is before 200 and some other things that might happen. But if we finish 10 ambitions, we win the game. The game's over. Do we want to control 4 cities or kill 5 enemies? Let's go for the 4 cities. Although there's 2 enemies here, there's 2 enemies over there. They're bringing one in 6 years. And you can see here the skull of crossbones. No matter what I do, I'm going to be dead. But I could make this attack at least. Or I just say screw it and run. And try and get out of here quickly. Let's go for 4 cities. And our ambition is up here now. We have 2 of the 4 so far. I think I want to run away. But I don't know. If I run away, let's say I run over here, this guy could still move over here and kill me. So in this way, at least I'm killing a unit. And then this one will almost certainly attack me. That will kill me, and then this guy is just left alone. I'm gonna try and run away. Hidden jewels. Keep the jewels. Okay. Our explorers discover a cache of jewels hidden deep in the abandoned ruins. Their orders were to explore the lands. Would you rather they exploit this discovery instead? So we could keep the jewels, but continue exploring. Treasure would be grateful if we found more jewels. Now let's just keep the jewels. So we've got some money. That's cool. And no matter where I go, I'm kind of screwed here. Go a little bit further. Stay right there. Maybe I'm able to, maybe I'll be able to, like, I'll be attacked over here and they'll be safe. What I'm going to do is grab a general. Somebody that could help me heal outside of territory would be good. It's not looking good. Maybe I should have grabbed one of these much earlier. Like, this guy might have helped out quite a bit. Let's grab Aulus, the minister. We could have maybe promoted instead, but I don't think that's gonna help. Next unit, stay right where you are. I hope they attack there. Good. I mean, it's not good. They're kind of being bad, but stay there. Don't come over here. We will promote you as well. Let's go for tough. 10% attack and defensive damaged. That might just save me. I don't think so, but... Of course, we have all this other stuff going on, but this is where the fun part is right now. Alright. It's time to go. So we just picked up a bunch of stone, which is good. We want to go for divination, labor force, husbandry, or drama. And funny enough, the music starts when you get drama. So there's no music, if you haven't figured that out yet. There's been no music, and until you get drama, there is no music. I guess we'll go for divination, because we can go for shrines. That's going to be helpful for our resources. And I think if I hold down, is it B? B shows, yeah, we don't know if these connect yet, I guess. That's, until we know that, we don't know if these are connected. Or N. N are rivers and roads, if we build roads. And then this just shows connections. This tile is connected to this tile because of the river and the water in between. And if we had a road, you could see that too. You can build roads here. I wanted to look for pastures. We need husbandry here. We have trapping there and there, trapping out there. More husbandry here. I think we're good to skip this for now. Let's go for divination. And I'm thinking of sending you west for quarries. I want to start building some quarries. So let's put it out here. Quarry, you can see here that says 8. 5 is the default amount, 5 output per year. 20% because it's arid, and 40% per adjacent mountain. So if we could put it here, there's 2 mountains, that's going to increase that by 40% twice. That's not the case though. And they want to put a hamlet here. Interesting. Well, let's at least let's get into here. We'll put a quarry over here next time. So depending on what city you're in, the bounds that you're in, it'll show different. Like it says build over here, this quarry, hamlet, mine. But if I was in this, you can see there's no suggestions over here anymore. There's our hamlet. Let's get back to our town so that we can... I can't heal unless I'm within friendly territory. That should be enough. And you need to get away from them now. So we'll go way over here. Heal. 5 HP per year. And you... should be fine. I don't think they're going to be coming over here. Trade network. We've talked about this before, so... yeah, they want us to extend a trade network between these two. I think if I just show that this is open, then they'll be connected by river and water. Great. Hatti are at peace with the Scythians. Indifferent queen. Your wife, the queen consort, spends more and more nights at her private estate outside the capital. When she visits the palace, she treats you with cold indifference. Meanwhile, your beautiful, low-born hunting companion has drawn your attention. Shall we arrange some private time for you? With who? We do not. We do enjoy each other's company, so it's not going to say what we can. Okay. Apparently, she's found another lover. I will not forsake my marriage vows, though. Okay, nothing comes from that. Okay, jump into there, heal. They're not going to heal, from my understanding, but they will continue to reproduce. But I will be going down with 2 warriors next time. And let's put you... Oh, we could build the pyramids. Interesting. So there are wonders. Of course, there are wonders. Why do you want me to build the pyramids, though? 2 victory points. Victory points are kept up here. We have 2 victory points at the moment. Babylonians have 3, but there's 2 other players here. 4 culture and 1 order per turn. But it's going to take 12 turns and all of our money. So we can, if you hold Alt, you can see here that, well, here, I'll move over here. And at the moment, we can't do anything. We need 600 stone, right? But if you hold Alt, you purchase all of the stone or all of the resources that you need. And it's going to cost this much to get all of that stone. So we don't want to do that. We'll undo, only just wanted to show that off. We'll go here and start building a quarry. I'd like you for you to heal as well. We can end the turn here with 9 left over, which is going to add 90 more money. Gold, coins, whatever. Or is it 13 per? Yeah, I don't know. I was under the impression that it's 10, and then when you start, you can sell them for more later. But another thing we could do here, we can take a look at all of our characters that are available so far. We can see that Prince Remus is angry. His opinion of you is angry. That's between -199 to -100. And all the reasons of why and what that does. But let's say we want to increase our or our wife's opinion of us. So what we can do is click on her and influence her. That would be spending 200 gold and 2 orders. So you can see a lot of these things cost orders and another resource. It would make her influenced, which increases it by 40. Now, it's cautious until 99, and after 99 it's pleased, and then after 199 I believe it's friendly. And all these different levels will impact the amount of their resources, their output. Right now it's 60. And 60 gold and 6.6 civics for global civics. But if she was friendly, those would increase, and if she was unfriendly or angry, then they would decrease. So is there somebody that's close to 100? Then we could increase that. Maybe we want to just do that for our mother. I don't know, though. I don't see a reason, really, to that. Yeah, that's a waste. Okay, well, we're not... I guess I'm not too interested in that. We'll end the year. If someone was close to going into, like, the next level, or out of a bad level, then I'll probably end up doing that. And I tend to just forget that it's even there, so... oh, interesting. We've... even though she's been leaving me behind, we still had a child. And Roma has gained 20 culture. And all these bars and numbers and everything here, I can't zoom in. Okay, there we go. This is culture. When this reaches 100%, then we have an event in Roma, or in the city. Idle. Oh, it's idle because I'm not producing anything, but that would be that progression bar. And then this is the number of citizens, specialists, and the level of discontent. Right now they're level 0, but it says 88 out of 100. So in a couple years, I think they will be increasing that. I think that's, yeah, 2 years. It'll be level 1, and level 1 discontent will decrease the output of that city. So we could build another, or we could get a farmer. Caravans are pretty interesting. That's just, it's like a one-time use unit that we send off to perform a mission. And when they return, if they return, then they bring a bunch of money. Cool. Maybe we want to pump out another unit. We just brought one out. I think that might be a good choice. Let's bring a slinger in. Because we're about to be inundated with more barbarians. Right now they have two, and in 2 years, I assume 2 years over here, we're about to get 2 more. So I think what we'll want to do, once you're healed up, we'll set you in motion, since we have extra orders. Let's get you to about here. And then once you're healed up, maybe I'll move you over here instead. Let's do that. I'm gonna just undo. I'm gonna try not to do this a lot, but if I'm doing something and I think, oh yeah, this would be a good idea, and it wasn't like 8 turns ago or 8 orders ago, then I'll just rethink that strategy. Where are you? There you are. Nope. Keep you healing. Okay. Man, 2 more years and they're bringing in something else. But you can tell that we'll be able to take these out pretty quickly. It would be best to fight this if we're on the other side of the river, but that would take some time to go all the way around. We don't really want to do it that way. So once we're over here, maybe by the time you're done, we'll have our slinger in 5 years, and then we'll be able to start pounding them or pelting them. Oh, Remus really hates us now. More charisma, and our unwilling to put effort into anything. Our queen is now slothful. So she was a terrible... Yeah, she was a terrible choice. Maybe I should have taken a Scythian. That probably would have been a better choice at this point. But here is our Prince Quintus, who is first in line for succession. Now Remus has been overridden, I guess. And something else here, we can spend the training without putting forth any, like, we don't have to fight to gain experience. We can just spend training to promote them immediately. Ooh, maybe we do want that. We're sitting here for a little bit more time anyway. Amphibious removes that. If we do go to fight across the river, then it's going to be 50% less for their attack. And if we take amphibious, that goes away. That might be a good thing to take. Even though it's just for this fight, it might be an okay thing to just hold anyway. Strike is just a straight up 10% attack. Promote to Herbalist, which will allow us to heal a bit faster, and Shield Bearer is good against ranged units. Let's take Amphibious, though. So we can just sit here. I mean, I've already spent, so now their cooldown for a year, they've been promoted. We could sit here and just spend another 200 later to grab another promotion. We don't have to wait for their experience in order to promote them. Which is pretty nice. Oh, they are healing. Ah, all that work for nothing. Inheritance. I will change my succession law if I want. So we are able to change that law to say, like, oh, I want it to be Remus to be my successor. I don't, but we could do that. So as you can see, I mean, I'm making a ton of money. This really isn't that necessary, but... Okay, so they brought in another one of these, which is kind of okay. And you're close enough that I think we'll be fine. So let's go. Let's get back in here. I think we'll be able to take them down pretty quick while you fight them, and then we can, in tandem, attack this other unit. You need to go back out into the world, my friend. Harvest those gems. 7 culture. And no more orders left over. How are you doing? 1 more year. Good. Because we're still in the minus here. Your wife has given birth to a son. Another one. All right. Gaius. Duke Gaius. Look at that face. Look at that face. And it's really nice. So Quintus here is now 3. You can see that the face changes as they grow up, which is really nice. It's just great. And as we get older, our hair will turn white and we get wrinkled face, and it's really cool. Okay, here is our... And you can see here, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is a square with this color versus a circle. To me, the colors look pretty similar, but this color versus that color. So these squares with this blue versus circle with that blue. We might want to just run over here and grab that city now. They're multiplying. I don't know if we want to... Well, what we can do is move on our way anyway. Let's do this. And maybe we take this city first, and then we'll take this one later, and we can grab that one later maybe. Okay, so Hispalis, let's see what we can... I think we go right for the Stonecutter. That's going to give us an increase of 4 per turn, and then we'll be gaining 1 civic per year per turn as the Stonecutter. And because it's a rural specialist, we'll also gain 1 science per year too. I think that's pretty worth going for. It's only going to take 3 years. Wow. Whoops. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. You do that again, I think. We're at 6 right now. Maybe we want to gain something from that. So a mine out here. Just on hills, the mines give us iron. But you can see here that when I put the cursor over the suggestion, or if I do it over here too, where is it? Mine. You can see that all of the suggestions are, or the cost, or the output shows on all of the hexes. Wonderful. That is amazing. Great job. Let's get some mines going so I can at least get in the positive. Now, why do you want it here? Is there something in particular why it's better? No, it's still 8 here, 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 here. Potential bonuses. On a hill, 60%. 10% per mine that it's adjacent to. The Shrine of Vulcan will give us a 20%. And mills. There's like a lot around here. There's a river, so maybe we can put a mill there. I don't know what that is, but maybe. So let's put a mine here. That costs 20 wood. We're flush. We're not winning or gaining or losing at all. Yeah, let's keep going on that. So next turn, you can see we'll almost be done there, but we will be done here. We could go for this kill next turn instead. But it might be best to kill you. That's probably going to run around next round, isn't it? So next unit, where are you? There you are. Let's start getting around here. So Elbrus. So it looks like, yeah, okay, some food. There's another volcano out there. It's a smaller one. Maybe 2 more. That's not too bad. Just grabbing some food. This would be a really good place for, it looks like, for production of iron. Because of the volcano, we could be getting some stone here. There's some gems. And even some food. And dyes, too. I don't know which one that would be connected to, but this looks like a really good place to settle. I think I'm more interested in that. Plus, it kind of locks us in, as I'm saying before, so... I do want to see if this is connected to something, though. A free worker! In 6 years, though. 21 turns. So that's increased in time. Free worker. I guess because this is going to take 6 years, I'm going to go for it. I know it's probably not best to go for all those bonuses, but I mean, if the bonus gives you a good jump pretty quickly. Yeah, our science is down at 9 per turn. Duke Remus is screwing us. Oh, I see. Probably because of this. Yeah. Yield opinion modifier minus 200%. So I'm going to influence him. I want to get that out of here. He is killing it. So we're going to try and influence him. It's going to cost 200 gold and 2 orders, but we'll be able to give, is it influenced by the king? There it is. Opinion plus 40. So we'll be able to put this back into vengeful or something. It's not furious, at least. That might help out up there. Yeah, minus 6. Jeez. Okay, well... I feel like making this attack is probably good, and then making this attack. But I could also make this attack, and then kill that. That might be the better choice. Yeah, critical. There we go. There, we've moved in, so you can see now it says city site, Rome. So this is now our city site. We can settle here, but I don't know if I can settle here with them standing around. I'm not too excited about that either. But even they have hit points. They have 3 defense. They can't attack, of course. But they don't just get overtaken if you put a unit over them, like in Civilization. I always found that to be annoying. 1 more year until that slinger's ready. That's good. I think we'll settle here so we can heal up, and then we'll go this way and take this place out. And we'll just keep that in our pocket back there. Let's see. Let's keep going. More Scythians. And they don't hate us yet, so we can just walk on through. And then we'll hide in these trees for now. So if they do decide to hate on us. Yeah, so that's not going to kill us, and we can deal with that after. Alright. We'll keep this here for now. And I think that's it. Yeah, so we've already gone 10 years this time. It's less explanations, but as you can see, we'll pick up our speed as we're learning and understanding things a bit more, and then it'll slow back down once we have an empire to manage. Change of heart. Another night of revels has come and gone, leaving the court with debts to pay. The queen consort Calpurnia the minister, fills every evening with feasting, musicians, and wine from the country. We cannot sustain such expenses. The gold must be used for other endeavors, or I will speak to her about frugality. I think we should speak to her. Let's not just outright ridicule her in front of everybody is kind of what I'm thinking here, but let's speak to her. That might... It says it leads to events, so I don't know what that means. That might be bad, but we'll kill you from here. Good work. And now their promotion, they have 50 experience in level 2, so that decreases the price of training if we want to promote them early. Yeah, we'll fight that. It looks like we might... Ah, so close. We'll keep going down the coastline, I think. The Indian Ocean. Oh, I think if you're the first person to find it, you can name it. Might be more difficult to name things. Lots of Scythians, though. Around here, here, over here. And they're all connected, too. If you go to war with the Scythians, you're at war with all of them. So they're kind of like an organized barbarian faction, but they're city-state status. Whereas, I guess they're called tribes, right? I'm going to assume they're called tribes. Yeah, they're called tribes. Nations. And then barbarians, they're just an unorganized mess, of course. But they do perform raids, which can be difficult. Okay, a lot of crabs on this coastline. Kind of scary. I'm kind of afraid if this... I want to say this does not connect, but I'm very afraid of it connecting to something and then I lose this. But what I can do is go settle and then make another settler for this immediately. So maybe I will do that. Maybe I should have done this to begin with. So we already have Claudius and Valerius families with their family seat. Do we want to seat the Julius or Fabius family? I'm thinking Fabius, because if we bring in Fabius, they're going to be bringing in more training, and we'll be able to train faster at this place, in this next city. There's not a lot of, well, there's some dyes here, so some will be getting culture from that. If we brought in the statesman, I mean, it's going to give us an order and civics per year. I feel like Fabius is probably a good one. My fear is that they're going to be really far away, but we can always settle another Fabius city down here too. Let's do that. Definitely not in these hexes. This one looks good because it has dyes already. No, no, or this one. I think this one's going to be the better place. So let's go for Fabius. The Julii will be sitting this game out. Okay, well, it's not connected, but it looks like the Babylonians might be over here. Oh, there they are. Look at that. The fact that they came over here so quickly is pretty funny. Okay, so we could bring in, as I said, it might be a good idea to bring in a... and that answers that question. 1 second, though. Do we want to bring in a settler immediately, or we could do it from here? That's going to be 7 years versus 8 years. From here, we could bring in 4 years, another warrior or slinger versus 6. And they're going to be steadfast too, so increase, yeah. All right, this is what we're going to do. Another slinger. And in Roma, we'll bring in another settler. And there's our slinger from here. Time to sling some rocks. Indeed. So we'll at least start getting them moving. You guys have already fought. Oh, and there's our militia. I forgot. So because that was their seat, their first city they founded, the Fabius family, they brought in a militia. You can see here, attack and defense is 3.1. Base is 3, but because they're pleased, they get 5% increase. Our warrior over here, who has amphibious, so that doesn't increase this at all, is 4. With a because they're pleased, it's 5%. We can see how everyone feels about us here. Valerius and Fabius families are pleased status, whereas the Claudius family is at cautious, 0 to 99. So they're not going to gain anything or lose anything, but they're gaining some bonuses because they're pleased with us, with our choices. And I think we will go this one more year and end the episode there. You've successfully exerted your influence on Duke Remus. Good, because that was bad. So Remus at least doesn't contribute, but he's also not angry with us anymore. Okay, he's angry, but not there's another level after that. Famine Relief. Reports have reached your ear that the crops of the Scythians have failed this year, and the tribe is in dire straits. While tragic, this presents us with a potential opportunity. How shall we respond? Yeah, we could give them some food. It's simple as that. 300 food. We have 322. We can provide some aid, absolutely, but it needs to be reciprocal. Oh, okay, so we can just help them. Maybe they owe us a favor here, and we just say, that's not our problem, of course. The Scythians refuse to help us in a time of need, so they are minus 40 opinion for 20 turns. Let's see what that means. Minus 80. So at the moment, we have a truce. We can't attack each other. Also, a truce cannot be ended by war until 5 turns have passed. We've been there for longer than 5 years. Ah, another amazing thing. Mercenaries. So the only way to get mercenaries is if we have a leader, a king, that is an orator. That might not ever happen. Not because I'm not doing it or trying or anything like that. It's just a thing that takes a really long time to get. So let's come down here. We'll make this attack to help out. I think this will be enough to kill you, yep. And then we'll send you back to a place. It looks like it goes this far. Okay, well, we can go here and we'll start healing. We're going to have to heal you a little bit more. And then we'll have the 3 of them. And we could send a militia, maybe. But we also have another slinger here in 3 years that we'll send with them. And then we'll start taking on that barbarian camp. And we'll settle here very, very soon. I guess in 6 years we'll be able to settle there. And that will be our ambition. One thing to keep in mind about the ambitions is that the ambition is as long as our leader is alive. If the leader, King Romulus, in our case, dies, for whatever reason, this becomes a legacy, and we get 20 turns to fulfill the ambition for I think half of the legitimacy. Right now, on completion, we'll gain 10 legitimacy. And I'll talk about that in a second here. But if it's a legacy because they've died, then we'll gain just 5, I believe. And if we finish 10, the game ends, and that's one way of winning. There's another way of winning. Ambition. Victory is one of them. I think points. So if you get to 52 points, I think you win. Yep, the game ends. There's another way of winning. If you are at least half of the number of points to win away from the second place and you're double, then you win. That's like a double victory or something like that. There's another way to win. Oh, yeah. Complete domination by taking everybody out. Legitimacy, and then I'll end it. Legitimacy comes from achieving ambitions and acquiring better cognomens. So at the moment, yeah, it says the great here. So your legitimacy would be plus 100. Right now we're just the settler, which gives us 20 legitimacy. New cognomens are acquired when specific stats associated with a cognomen cross the necessary threshold. For example, one becomes the wise for discovering a great number of technologies. There's so much information here. Okay, so it says about the same thing, but higher legitimacy improves family opinion and produces more orders. That's what I was trying to get at. So at the moment, it's 10% of what you have. You gain that for orders, and our orders at the moment is 13.6. that we'll have every turn, and it's not cumulative. So as soon as you, if I was to end my turn now, I lose these, but this gets turned into gold at the end of the turn. So we're getting 0.7 for Roma, 0.2 from Hispalis, 0.1 from Camalodonium over here. That's our new place. We are the good. Oh, the good is the difficulty, so we get 10 from that, and then our legitimacy. An improvement construction, because we have a worker working, our worker is using a work order every year. So, yeah. Wow. As I said, crazy amount of depth. This is an amazing game so far. I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I hope you are enjoying it as well. What do we go for here? We could go for... Maybe we want to go for a festival. It's going to take 4 years. It's going to remove 20. By the time that happens, we'll be plus 40, so it's not going to remove quite a bit. It's just going to... It's going to reduce this by... Or, yeah, it'll take 14 years instead of 12 years. So I might hold off on that. But it does also provide 20 toward bringing in new citizens, too. So... oh, and another thing that took me a while to figure out, every time you do this, it's repeatable. Every time you do it, you increase the amount of culture that you produce every year as well. Right now we're producing 0. Now let's grab a worker. I'm going to take a worker, because I feel like we need some more workers. We're getting one for free up here in 3 years. Let's get one in 7 years, and then... maybe we'll go for another one later in one of these cities as well. It's never a bad thing to have too many workers. I feel like it's to be able to improve each of the cities' output is just going to be a good thing. Upgrade Romulus. Romulus is you and the governor of Roma. So Equestrian as governor. New mounted units gain 100 XP, so that's a free... Every time you bring in a new mounted unit, that's a free promotion. And as a leader, all cities new mounted units with half of that. Robust. Robust sounds like a really good thing, because we'll be getting 3 per year, because we're a governor and a leader, I think. I think that's cumulative. Or we can just increase our discipline by 1, which would increase... global gold by 24, and Roma would increase by 6%, or 3. I think robust. Let's go for robust. Yeah, it is cumulative, because now it's... Roma's producing 3.7 instead of 0.7. I want to say that all the cities actually increased by 1 as well, because that went up by quite a bit. That went up by 5. Robust. That's what we just got. So as governor, it's 2, and as leader, all cities get plus 1 per year. Oof. Well, we want to keep that for good. How old are you? 39. Let's hope you stay alive for a long time, Romulus. And I really hope Duke Remus, our brother, does not try to kill us. We're going to have to try and figure out some other ways of getting us to like us. Getting him to like us a little bit more. Alright folks, well that'll do it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. You can let me know by leaving a like or a comment. If you're feeling generous, you can follow the link to buy me a coffee, which would fuel me to produce more fun content like this in the future. With that, thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you next time.